Okay, let's talk about the common table expression from the lecture. And here it is. And we have the department table. And so what we're doing here initially is, and before I go on, you can see that it looks like there's these errors underlining here. Okay, there aren't actually errors. Sometimes you're going to see this, and the reason is I actually modified the volunteer department table just a little bit before I did the video. And what happens is SQL Server does not refresh this, so you'd actually have to close SQL Server, reopen it, and it would magically be there. But it will still work. It's just a little bug that's been there for as long as I can remember. So anyway, what's going to happen is this with department, and with, it's almost like you're doing a regular select. But what it's saying is select this information from this table, and we're going to put it into this hidden temporary table that we're calling department, and that's kind of what the with means. Okay, and stuff it in there. And these are the column names that we're going to give it. Technically you could leave it blank and then it would have the same column names as that came out of the select. But for clarity, I put them in. Okay, and I usually always put them. All right, so the thing is if I tried to run just this, if I hadn't written that select below it, it would error out because it doesn't know what to do with it. It's expecting to see a select statement with this particular width. Okay, so what are we going to do? We're going to take and we're going to get information back, and I actually put this in a text file so you could see it a little better. So this is actually what it looks like when it executed. And what we want to do is bring back all the rows. Actually, this is not the query. This is actually the data that we have. Sorry. And so this is just the, on the far left, is just the auto incrementing ID. Don't worry about it. It just happens to be the same as the department ID because I manually put these in. Okay, all these guys up here that have null under parent department ID, those are the parent departments. And so if we look at food shelf, we're looking at it having an department ID of 1. And so we can see that inventory, intake, and customer relations having a parent department ID of 1 means they live under the food shelf. So that's just sub-departments under food shelf. And the same goes through with the others here. Okay, so let's go ahead and run this. Actually look at the query first. And so what we have here is something that looks very much like a standard query. And so what we want to do is we want to bring back the name of the parent department in one column. And we want to bring back the name of the child department for that parent department in another column. And so we have a nested, or not nested select, but we have a select that selects a department description as parent department for, and we call it D1 from the D1 part of the join. And then we have the same department description come back again, and we label it as child department. Okay, and that comes from D2. And we're making a selection from department, and we call it D1. So that is what we've got coming back here. We're going to inner join on department D2. Now this department right here, in this department, or this kind of hidden temporary table, invisible table, called department that we created with the with clause. Okay, so we're going to join this table to itself, and we're going to say that the D1, which is the parent department, is going to equal the parent department of the D2, and then we're going to say where the parent department ID is null. So what that's going to do is that's going to bring back all those that have the null row, which is the parent department. So I'm going to go ahead and run this. And sure enough, this I'm actually going to copy this out. And I'm going to put it over here into this text file that I have, so you can see it. And maybe I'll put it right below. Maybe we can do a contrast here. Okay, so if I do that, you can see that food shelf, and this is the parent side. It didn't actually copy with headers. Sometimes you can copy it with headers, and it looks like it's not going to do that for me. There it is, copy with headers. Let me just do this again. All right, so you can see. There you go. Well, we got half of it anyway. Let me try that again. It's always great when you're trying to do a video and Not everything's doing what you want it to do. There we go. All right, so let's do this again. All right, and they're just a little offset here. So we'll do this. And we can see that food shelf has 3 child departments. We're showing 2 for housing, and we're showing 1 for heating assistance. Okay, just like that. Okay, so that's how that query works. And I'll just, in case you want to study this a little bit, I'm going to put, well, I guess I can't change the font in this very easily. So you can see parent department on the left, child department on the right. If you have any questions, put them in the discussion forum.